You know, you know, you know. Sometimes you call. You fucking. You come across directors that you could say are pretty good. You could say they're the best. You say they're pretty crappy. But once in a while you come across a director and you go, that is one of the worst directors I've ever seen piss around with movies. Neil Breen is one of them. The guys who made Feeders, Feeders 2, Razor Teeth, those Polonia, Bologna, whatever brothers. This is another one. And his name is Giuseppe Andrews. Now, this is a paid request from MarvB. Thank you so much for that. For anyone that wants to request any other type of videos, movie review, re-review, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, video game playthrough for an hour, full playthrough, random topic, tier list, ranking, reaction, whatever the case. PayPal's the best way to do it. Do have a Cash App as well. Links are down below in the info box. And I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And for those who sent them, thank you. I do appreciate it. For those who don't know Giuseppe Andrews, I reviewed one of this guy's movies before, called In Our Garden, where some people that look like they just got picked up off the side of the freeway trying to act, and some guy gets with this lady, they're old as fuck. The lady has a Vulcan ear because her ear was bitten off, and she plays tennis with her ghost husband. And this has some, like, the worst directing, the worst writing, the worst acting, bargain basement production value. I've seen multiple YouTube videos with better production value, and people chalk this up to it's quirky, it's independent bullshit. Cheap and shitty does not mean quirky and independent. There's many quirky independent films that are actually really good, or well shot, or creative, or interesting, or surprising, or witty. I'm looking at a movie that I have the Blu-ray. I haven't checked out the Blu-ray yet, but I like the movie. There's something out there. That's a lower budget independent film that I think is rather good. You can name 100 of them. Giuseppe Andrews, he was an actor. If you've seen Cabin Fever, you know him as the cop. You're the party man. That guy. Well, he went on to, for some fucking reason, direct movies, and again, he is one of the worst fucking directors I've ever seen in my life. Crappy, shoddy, handheld camera. You could tell that he just tells people the lines 5 seconds before he starts. Continuity, fuck that. Good dialogue, fuck that. A story that makes a lick of sense, fuck that. Doesn't matter. This guy just does whatever he wants, farts it out onto celluloid, and then we're supposed to be like, oh, he's so quirky. You try hard, fuck. Fuck this guy. Giuseppe Andrews could go fuck himself for making these bottom of the barrel, about as bad as Kududer makes movies. That's about as... That may be like the trifecta of worst directors. Neil Breen, Giuseppe Andrews, and Kududer. Oh, you want to know why it's called Garbanzo gas? Because Giuseppe Andrews at one time ate garbanzo beans, farted, and he laughed. So he said, I'll call this Garbanzo gas. It had nothing to do with the film. But, I mean, really nothing has anything to do with the film. This is one of, I mean, this made the list on my worst films of all time. I don't know where it would be. Maybe top 30, maybe top... I mean, it's on there. Because I hate this motherfucker's movies, man. I've seen 2 of them, and they're 2 of the worst. It's about these 2 dumbasses homeless dumbasses who live in a motel. The opening text is about tooting. The more you eat, the more you toot. Of the two guys, you have Mike Doodle, which he's one of the few that actually is halfway trying to be an actor, and I looked at his credits, he's actually done acting in other movies. Granted, lower budget films, but he reminds me a little bit of Michael Wincott, a little bit of other folks. I don't think his acting is the problem, it's just the dialogue and the direction he's been given is the shits for the birds. The other guy, which I think he was in Our Garden, what was this loser's name? Yeah, I'll say it, I don't care. Walt Dongo. Must be Dingo, must be Don, to just suck my Don. He should never act again. He speaks nonsense, he dances. He is one of the worst actors of all time. Walt Dongo. He is one of the worst actors I've ever seen in my life. He should never have acted in the first place. Listen, Giuseppe Andrews, I'm sorry if you want to get some random meth head looking guy off the street. Doesn't mean he should be in your movie. And Grant, there's another guy that looks more like a meth head. Fucking crackheads all over this movie. Giuseppe Andrews, maybe he's a crackhead too. Maybe that's why. Maybe this is a whole operation to get drugs into the country. Maybe that's what it is. He packages drugs and sends them with his shitty films. People watch the film, they go, I won't touch this guy ever again. So anytime he sends other packages, they don't even open up the fucking package. They're like, we don't want to witness another movie this guy does. And then he sends drugs in and out of the country. Probably some money laundering operation too. I mean, most of the film is these two guys in a motel talking nonsense. I'm just calling by the real name. Walt is the shitty actor. Mike is the halfway decent actor. Walt tries to hit Mike with a pillow, but it's like this. And the lines of dialogue. Oh, where can a gnat like that get chipped by two oyster pros like us? Mike listens to the toilet flushing because that's his, I don't know, fetish, kink, desire is to listen to toilet flushing. Flush this fucking movie down the toilet, maybe I'd agree. They keep singing, why did the chicken cross the road to get to the whorehouse and blow his load? Blow my fucking load in your mouth. And there's songs like, you don't have to wear a sock if you wear the shoe. How about you wear the shoe so I kick you in the face? Then this homeless bum that I'm sure Giuseppe Andrews found across the street sucking dick for beer money is wearing a cow outfit and is a cow that got a trip to from a slaughterhouse to get an all expenses paid motel room for a day, a week, however long it was. And he can barely talk, let alone act for shit. And Giuseppe Andrews puts in random songs that he did, and you could tell he did them because they sucked as much as his directing, and they sucked as much as his writing. Have you ever sucked a dick that stinks like piss? How about this? I'm going to take a piss, I'm going to piss on myself, I'm going to make you suck it, and then you don't find out. How about that? Because I'd rather do that than brag about it and watch your piece of shit film again. Fuck this movie, stick it in its ass. So the two losers, they keep talking in a motel, random stuff, random bullshit. Then they're like, this checkout time coming out, we need to find something to eat. You know what, we can't find something to eat, so let's go end our lives. They try to catch some fish, they can't catch some fish. They rock each other like babies. One rots one rots the other like babies. They talk about wanting baked potatoes, loaded baked potatoes. Here's my load right in your fucking potato face. They picked up the phone, and while the phone's picked up, it's still ringing. There's a bit later on where a guy is dying, and Giuseppe Andrews turns the camera, and you just see his reflection on the bathroom mirror in the back. So then they decide either they're going to end their lives, or they just found out that Cow, which is this, again, bearded, homeless-looking guy in a cow outfit, lives in a motel room nearby. So they decide to get to the cow, they're going to eat him, but he's like, no, I can get him. That's how he talks. So they get room service, but then they never get the food, because they keep trying to talk and get the food, and they trust the people out because they can't get the food, but then they say they got the food, but the food never arrives because I guess this budget couldn't afford steaks and food. So those two are with the cow man, just a guy in a cheap cow outfit. Not masked or anything, just literally just a lousy outfit with some fake udders. And I'm sorry, I know I'm being mean, I don't give a shit because this movie sucks. The guy did look like a meth head. You could count how many teeth he had. There's also apparently some psycho killing people because an orthopedic shoe told him to. At one point, the guy, the shitty actor, Walt, gets stabbed. More like he comes in and the knife's like taped to his fucking forehead. I'm like, good, I'm glad that character died. He was a shitty actor. Then cut to some random guy that now we're introduced called T-Bird, which I guess he'd been smoking ice since he was 11, and he's with this lady. And then we see like some of their shitty sex life, where they're rocking and bumping on the bed, but they look bored as fuck. I get more excited playing a fucking video game than they do having sex. And the dialogue, why don't you like looking at me fuck? This is like I'm dipping rice cake into a bowl of ice cream. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Boring sex. I guess the sex was so boring, so they went to other teens. So the girl starts slapping him in the face softly with her tampons. With this time, I'm surprised it wasn't bloody tampons or tampons stuck from her ass. Then she starts talking, I don't know, like Grover from, or I'm going to talk like this. Like the lady starts talking, I'm going to talk like this. Are you ready to get dominated by a tampon? I will pussyfoot on your face. And so she's like trying to talk like Grover. You know, from the fucking... Then she farts on him and he falls back on the bed. I feel like a fucking lunatic explaining this movie. Then she softly hits with a tampon. Honestly, this guy should have killed her for that, but instead, he listens to his towel talking to him, saying you need to kill him, and if you killed the bitch, you never have to wash a towel again. So he's a lunatic, and then kills her. And it's like, what have I done? Oh my god, what have I done? What have I done? Wait, the newspaper. There's a cow in a motel? I will look in every motel room, because I am in the mood for a steak. So that he gets to the motel, cow, homeless bum, meth head, shoots him. Then, I guess for some reason, the cowman gives birth. They're shrieking, and all it's just like a mask, like a cow mask. And they go, oh, it's just a dead bloody head, and they leave it outside. The orthopedic shoe guy talks with someone, and God, the acting. If my ball hairs could talk, they could act better than these motherfuckers. You gotta train them to talk. And then he enters the room, and they try to kill him, but he's got some fucking ironing thing hidden in his shirt for some reason. And then he walks out. And then the one guy who's like the halfway decent actor, Mike, he has a heart attack because he ate too much red meat. And that's when the camera shifts. You can see the fucking director and the goddamn reflection of the bathroom mirror. Then the meth head looking homeless bearded cow guy goes, "That's what you get for eating too much red meat." Oh, I'm sorry, this is how he talked. "Hey, that's how you get red meat." Then this other guy that looks like meth head number 5, who comes in is like, "Hey guys, just take back the slaughterhouse." "Oh, but why do they have to eat me?" "Oh, the people like steaks. They like steaks." "Well, why don't they eat the pigs and the chickens?" They do eat pigs and chickens, and but people like the steak. Boxers like the steaks. How about you just both suck each other's dick for beer money? No, for meth, okay? And get the fuck out and have your bum fights 2025. How about you do that? Get the fuck out of my face. And then it ends with random shots of cows on a farm. If that was my farm, I would tell them to get the fuck out. I know you may be saying, "Well, Matt, you're being harsh and you're being mean." Yes, I am, because this shit is the shits for the birds. And it's like a dad trying to tell his son to shape up or ship out. This shit gets made and gets released, but so many other films don't. And then on top of that, like, this gets a 6 point something on IMDb. Who the fuck did that? And sometimes, it's maybe people are too goddamn nice. Maybe if we were too goddamn mean on certain people, certain movies, they stop making these shitty fucking films and stop littering the market with horrid claptraps like Attack of the Blurry Fingers or this movie or so many other awful fucking films. But people where sunshine and rainbows, anybody can make a movie. No, anybody cannot make a movie. That's how you just shit like Skinamarink. Remember that movie? I forget that one that Jeppe keeps talking about where a pair of like cameras like right here behind, I don't know, someone's ear or something. I can't remember what the hell movie that was. Some found footage movie. It's like someone's ear or side of his face. They told me like 5 times. I forget what the hell the movie was. If you tell them, "No, you suck. You fucking suck. Stop it." Maybe we wouldn't have so many shitty films. But we're drowning in shit. The good movies are not much. The bad movies are outweighing. We're in the quicksand of shitty movies. If no one else is going to be the asshole to tell them fuck off, I will be the asshole. Loud and proud. Giuseppe Andrews, I don't know if you make movies now, but you better never make a fucking movie again. Please don't. Thank you. Yeah, Garbanzo gassed because it sucks ass. Hate this movie. Hate this film. Giuseppe Andrews, I will label him the second worst director of all time. Neil Breen is first because I've seen more of his films, but maybe they'll be overtaken one day. But if Neil Breen's 1, this guy's 2. Congrats, Giuseppe. You're the second worst director. Ed Wood is a better director than you. I'm not even joking. Ed Wood is a better director than you. Congrats. Sorry, Ed Wood. You're not the worst director of all time. Few people beat you to it. With that said, does at least Ed Wood, as terrible he was, try to have some kind of ambition? Planet from Outer Space may have been ambitious, just absolutely terrible, but there's no ambition. It's just lazy ass horseshit. So we'll see you guys later. Bye.